Let's go, Rider Nation.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Get the feeling now. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low, 'cause we're dealing now. Everybody's giving it all they got, 'cause we're ready.
How's everyone doing on Friday night?
This bleeping team.
How's
My
your stress
God.
level? How's your stress level?
My heart rate's finally down in the 90s.
One
Can we have it easy? One time.
Well,
No.
the good news is I heard a rumor there's open kicker tryouts Monday at 8:00 at Mosaic Stadium. So get in line.
Oh my God. Well, this is the ultimate. They don't ask you how, just how many. That's this game.
That's been our season in a nutshell.
No. Some of them have been pretty good. This might have been one of the ugliest wins we've seen in a long, long time. This was like.
And the worst thing is it's not
ugly.
even it's even not even the Northern Pike. She ain't pretty. She just looks that way. This was just not good. Like
no. Piffles Live brought to you by the Regina Thunder. Riders beat the Red Blacks 20-13 in Ottawa tonight, moving their record to 11-4, and that's what matters, honestly. But how'd they get there? Well,
slowly, poorly.
Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to get the stupid kickers out of the way?
That's been our every post game since we started doing these. We might as well keep the trend going.
This is worse though. This is ridiculous. It literally looks like they pulled the guy off the street and just said, "Hey, look, you look like you're wiry. Can you kick?"
He needed the cigarette hanging out of his mouth for it to work.
Oh, but the problem is he's not Welsh. That's the problem. Campbell Fair, more like Campbell Poor. What is up with that? Like, my God.
The first extra now he did not miss a field goal. Okay, calm down. He didn't miss a field goal, just extra points.
That's worse.
And it didn't cost
literally worse.
It didn't cost the team a win. Okay, it didn't cost them a game. So he gets 13 more games to prove himself. That's the rule. If you suck and you miss all your kicks, you get 14 games. That's the rule that we've seen for this team this year. So Campbell Fair should be our kicker going forward.
The worst thing, all I can hear in my head is if Dickie was still the coach. I love the guy. He's going to work himself through it.
Tries hard, nice guy.
Yeah, we're going to support him through this
by going bowling.
So the first extra point miss, I just laughed. I was like, of course he did. And
we all knew he was going to.
And people are going to just like lose their friggin' minds over this.
By people, you mean me in our DM chat.
They're not going to sign Eric Maximuk, Greg.
I know they're not. That's the worst part. That's the worst part of this. Lothar doesn't have it. And obviously any guy they bring in is worse. Because they tried bringing a guy in the preseason to push him, and he shanked it worse than Fair did.
Yeah, Campbell Fair's second kick. That was the second worst Rider kick we've seen this year. Again, just an extra point, so that's fine. They have the built-in excuse of Brett Lothar with the back injury. I don't think he's injured at all. I think that was just masking, giving them a reason to go to Fair, and if he sucked, you can go back to Lothar. I think that's exactly what we're going to see too. I don't think Campbell Fair makes it till Tuesday when they're going to practice.
I don't even think he makes it on the plane.
Does he live out east? It's probably easier just for him to take the Via Rail out there somewhere.
I was going to say they still got Greyhound out there, don't they?
And Via Rail actually works out in the eastern part of the country.
So what do you do?
Don't get me started on Via Rail. Don't do it.
Hey, we had a good, well, except for this. Well, not the second time actually. Was it? It was in Montreal where we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
No, like Ottawa.
2-hour delay. Yeah.
Who was it?
And that would have been a good delay in Saskatchewan. Yeah. Don't get me started. Let's go back to football before I go all Bradbury and Via Rail.
Pilk's a plenty here. It makes a good point. Like, like missed kicks could cost us the playoffs in a 1-game playoff. Like they got to figure this out.
Well, there's only 3 games left. That's not a lot of time to figure it out when your number 1 kicker has been historically bad and your second kicker can't kick a convert.
Honestly, I had to laugh though because the rumor this week is the Riders are trading for Ward. The Riders are trading for Ward. Then Ward misses his first kick. I'm like, yeah, all right, good.
Don't win this game.
You're welcome, Capper.
Yeah. What do? Do you go back to Brett Lothar now?
You have to.
Campbell Fair that leash that you gave Lothar for 14 games of suck.
You can't give him a 14-game leash. I'm sorry. If
the
there's
first not 14
2 kicks
games,
you make in your career are both shanks that bad. Like
first one wasn't that bad.
The first one was close.
Then the second one, you were right.
It wasn't that far off. I mean, it looked like at least it was headed kind of towards the field goal post. There was more than a half second's delay between when he kicked it and when I thought he missed it. That second kick, I knew before it left the Mirko's hands or whoever. Is it Mirko holding?
Yeah, it's Mirko.
Yeah. That was going straight side. That was closer to hitting the Red Blacks bench.
So Brett Lothar's the kicker next week, right?
Has to be. I don't see how you go back to Fair. I really don't.
I don't see how you go back to Lothar.
Unless Lothar's actually injured, which we all have doubts about.
I don't believe
you can't
that.
go back to Fair. There's no way.
There's a difference between Campbell Fair being atrocious in his 2 convert attempts, and at least we know that on occasion Brett Lothar might accidentally make a field goal. I have no faith that Campbell Fair is even going to kick it in the right direction.
Kicks it backwards.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him. That was awful.
Well, that'll be the topic of conversation going forward this week, or next week, I guess, going into the game against Toronto. Who's going to be the kicker?
Do we need to get Chris Milo back on? Because after we had Milo on, Lothar actually was not bad.
He didn't look. He told me after he's like, I didn't realize he was actually under 70%.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you do. I really don't.
Stop kicking the ball at all.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, let's
Also
move on to some good stuff.
Speaking of kicking, can we bring back Joe Couch? Because Mirko, I don't think he's got it at all.
Just don't punt. Just go for it every time.
Yeah. If your kicker's wearing a 70, he probably shouldn't be on the roster. And both of our punters are wearing 70 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, if you get that 70 in training camp or when they signed you, you're not made out. Unless you're Ray Elgard. He's like one of the few. He started out as number 72. He's one of the few that succeeded from the 70s.
Joe had a 70, and we were like screaming and put him in a real number.
Do we want to go start of the game? Do you want to go offense? Do you want to go defense? Where do you guys want to go here?
I think actually let's start with the very good, and I think our defense, and I agree with Gove on this one. I kind of like this. Keeping Revis at safety and Brooks at LB.
Yes. The defense overall, other than like 3 plays, had a very, very good game. 3 interceptions, obviously the Brooks pick 6. Now that came, Ottawa ran basically the same 3 plays at the end of the first quarter. Clear outs, 1 person in the flat, and then a guy running to the middle. First 2 times, wide open, easy catches, big chunk plays. Third time, guy wide open, underthrown, missed him, incomplete. Keep throwing that play. It's clearly working. First play of the second quarter, awful read by Drew Brown. Just stared down Geno Lewis the entire time. And Antoine Brooks made a great play to shift over there, jump in front of it, pick 6. Awesome read by Antoine Brooks. Just brutal throw though by Drew Brown. And that was essentially the game right there. Ottawa driving a little bit when it was 6-0, and they could have done something. All of a sudden it's 14-0 now after the 2-point convert. So But yeah, I agree with Gove right now, at least while Tavon Campbell's out, and you have to go with the ratio that way. Keep Revis at safety. I was questioning because he's so good at the line of scrimmage. Would we lose anything at the line of scrimmage? We really didn't with Brooks in there, and that safety spot kind of got short up a little bit. Where they had the best success was when they had their linebackers drop back a little bit, and Thurman, especially when Ottawa didn't run anybody in the flats and there was no dump off options. Thurman had that interception. AJ Allen had that interception where they were able to go back into the zone. And if they're going to run that zone and leave that middle kind of open, that's how they have to play it. The linebackers have to come back a little bit. So if they keep doing that with what we saw tonight, that's going to be the key to success going forward.
Can I just say I love what I saw out of Benny Sapp III today too. It looked like I wasn't so hot on him after his first game. Today it definitely was a bounce back game for him. That near pick was it on their first drive?
Yeah.
On their second drive. Yeah, it was on their first drive.
It was early.
Was a fantastic defensive play. It didn't look like he was out of place. And with the injury or potential injury to Roland Milligan, there's some question marks in our defensive backfield. You know, having somebody that I feel we could put back there like Benny Sapp III kind of eases some of that concern just a little bit. Obviously, he's no Roland Milligan, but, you know, there's more depth there than we had last week.
Well, and the irony is if Milligan goes out and Benny Sapp comes in, it's a similar situation to Milligan starting this league. He was a late signing as well and found his footing late in the season and became a very good player for this team. But yeah, you see Sales go down with that non-contact injury, and I was thinking the worst because literally no one was around him, and he went down like a sniper hit him. And then same thing, and then Milligan kind of got in that collision there, and I was like, oh God, please no, not those two, anyone but those two.
But at least Sales came back. That was the key, because if you lose both Sales and Milligan, it's going to be a long 4 weeks until playoffs. I like what Gobe just said. You got a video from someone at the game that showed Milligan on the sidelines, casually standing, talking to Myers. Seemed okay.
Well, that's what I want.
That would be a very welcome sight to see him day one at practice next week, because he's the heart of our defense, and we can't argue that. I mean, we've all got the Roland Milligan for most outstanding player signs for a reason.
I'll break those back out. So the defense just all game long was very solid, other than a couple, couple plays. To the offense, started out fantastic, playing tempo to start the game. Tommy Neild absolutely bodying that defensive back, just laid him out. I love stuff like that. Keen Schaefer-Baker getting into it on the first drive with the slant into the middle of the field. AJ Ouellette getting the touchdown on the short yardage. They ran tempo. That's what I was saying last week, Steve, on the post-game show when it was just you and me. I was saying, where was the urgency? They came out with urgency. They knew they had to do something and get out to a quick lead. That's exactly what they did. I want to see that more often. I didn't want to see it at the end of the game, even though they seemed to move the ball better that way. I was just wanting that clock to tick. But I'd like to see it a little bit more sporadically throughout the game. Just, okay, this drive, guys, we're going tempo the whole time. Obviously that can change, but I really like that to start the game.
Well, I think any coach, and I think this is where some fans don't understand this. Coaches can control the clock any way they want. They can go tempo. They can pull the old Winnipeg at the end of the game and really slow it down and really expand that clock until that automatic clock comes in next season. So, like, clock management is important. I still don't understand why we took that time out there. Was there a personnel issue? Does anyone know? Because it seemed really weird.
No,
they time out.
They ran the clock down to 1 second left and took it at that point. So they ran it all the way down and then just took a break. There was no downside to taking the time.
Oh no, I don't. It just seemed really weird to do that at the 6 minute mark. That's all I was thinking. I was like, that's just.
Bring up Adam's comment here. AJ Ouellette getting that touchdown on the opening drive. Quarterback sneaks. Let's talk about those quarterback sneaks. Here, I'll bring that up there, Greg.
Yeah, I was looking at which one you wanted.
Sorry. They did miss Tommy Stevens. AJ Ouellette, fine enough in that third and short quarterback role. Will barely get the first downs. He did that. He did enough. He did what he needed to do. Never going to break one. He's never going to break one. So they did miss Tommy Stevens. A good replacement, but they definitely missed Tommy Stevens in this one.
Oh, 100%. Tommy Stevens gives them, and you guys were making fun of me about saying that Tommy Stevens can throw one every once in a while. Now we definitely know AJ Ouellette's never going to throw one. I would really love him to throw to Jake Mayer sit on the corner there. Just try it out. Let's see what it looks like. I don't really care. But
honestly, I'd believe that the Riders would have Ouellette throw before they'll let Tommy Stevens throw.
Probably.
Like
they've had him throw before, actually.
Yeah, they have.
I don't know. Where do you guys want to get? You want to talk about the touchdown by Dante Myers?
Can we just talk about Dante Myers in general?
Over 1,000 yards now on the season.
Game.
He's legit. He's such a good receiver, and he's the one guy on the defense that can really make that big time play, take the top off the defense. That touchdown broke the tackle at midfield, and then it was the speed right after, because there was three guys around him. I thought he was going to get caught, and he just went right past him. That was I don't think they throw him the ball enough, which is weird to say about a 1,000-yard receiver, but they need to start peppering this guy with targets.
Well, that was the one thing we noticed about him last year in the preseason. Like he seemed like he could be a speed guy, deep received threat, and he just didn't make the starting roster at the beginning of the year. And it wasn't until, was it 3 or 4 games into the injuries he got in, and then he got injured himself like 2 games later. He had the one game against Ottawa. He looked really, really good. And that's why we were high on him coming into the season, because we knew you had Keyshawn Johnson. We knew you had KSB. We knew you had MLS. And Dante Myers was going to be that other guy. And just due to injuries, only him and Keyshawn Johnson have been healthy enough to hit the 1,000-yard mark.
I love as a receiving core gets healthy, how dangerous they can be. Because there's now 5-6 guys across the board who you feel could have big games at any moment. And
that catch
Dante
by
Myers,
KSB.
oh,
Sorry,
on the
I just got to
sideline?
bring that up.
that was phenomenal.
I wasn't too happy with KSB to start the game, even though he had that one nice catch on the slant. He was catching with the ball into the chest.
Yep.
And then he had the one where it hit him right in the chest and he dropped it on the corner route. That one bugged me because, like, dude, use your hands. You're a receiver. That's what you're taught from day one. Use your hands. And he was trying to bring it in and hold it. He used his hands on that catch on the sidelines. That was absolutely that was a sick catch. But back to Dante Myers just quickly. He's played 19 games in his CFL career. 1,405 yards, 9 touchdowns. This guy's a stud.
Oh, dude is, and he seems like he's a good dude too. Like, anytime they show him on the sidelines, he's always smiling, always talking up his guys. Like, great find. And here's my problem. Both him and Keyshawn, I think, are in the final years of their contracts this year. KSB's in a contract year. There's some hard decisions that need to be made this offseason. And I hate to go there right now, but at some point we're going to have to talk about
we'll talk about that in the
Can
offseason.
we not? We have a month or two before that. We have to think about that. Don't bring that up now.
Hey, I'm a Rider. You're not a Rider fan until
No.
you start looking for the doom and everything.
Stop it.
Wow. Sean Bain.
Can we
Sean
kick
Bain
Greg
won't
out
be
of the
back.
chat here?
Sean, what?
Can we kick Greg out of the chat here? Bring a doom in after a Rider win? We save that for kickers. All right, Greg?
All right.
I mean, really quickly, Sean Bain won't be on the team. So you're going to pay your Dante Myers, you're going to pay your Keyshawn Johnson the way that they've been able to draft Canadian receivers going forward. do they bring back KSB? That's a serious
Not a
question you
chance.
do have to ask. So you could. I mean, you want the guy here, but
Think about how many jerseys you can sell and upsell for the longer nameplate. The financial decision at that point.
yeah. So that's
Here,
all.
Greg, I'll share this comment just for you. There you go.
There you go. Thank you, Rider Guy Forever.
But Keyshawn Johnson going over 1,000 yards again, 1,902 yards in his 2 years. So they found a couple good studs, but to transition that to something else to talking about receivers, Sean Bain. What do you guys think of Sean Bain now that we've seen him twice returning kicks? There you go. Do you agree with Adam?
Go.
Do you need Alfred
Done.
back? Bain looks so bland on returns.
Like I told you guys, every time he takes the ball on a kick return, he carries it like a loaf of bread, and I'm scared it's going to get knocked out. Like I appreciate his speed, but you can tell he doesn't want to be a kick returner. But that's the way you're going to make this roster right now, Sean. I'm sorry.
And you say that's your biggest concern. For me, the biggest concern is he doesn't look like he's going to break anything. Like, I never once thought that he was going to get past the first rush of guys, and he hasn't yet. Just doesn't look like he's that kind of player. And he's never really been the shake and bake kind of receiver. And I don't know why they would think it would work so well on returns, but he's consistently catching the ball. He's not fumbling. I'll take that over Dre McCray, but yeah, we need Alfred back in a big way.
He's the ultimate. He'll get you what's there and nothing else. Kick returner. He's not gonna turn the ball over though. I mean, the guy's been a receiver for how long and has never had issues with holding onto the ball. So I'm not worried about it, but I'm with you, Steve. He's never gonna break one.
Okay, then you and I don't go to the same store there, Dave. I'm just telling you that right now.
How do you hold your loaves? How do you hold your loaves of bread?
I carry like a football, but I carry it out here. Yeah,
I carry it by the top of the bag.
Yeah,
I just drag them by the top of the bag and let them.
I throw in a Heisman because you got to. But I'm also buying gluten-free bread for the kids, so it's expensive. So I got to protect it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
On the flip side of kick returns, the punt coverage. Pimpleton had the punt return for a touchdown. Obviously, that was taken back with that.
Or did he?
Did he? Yeah, missed Rod Black too. But the illegal block in the back, which was why that was challenged, I have no idea. That couldn't be more clear a block in the back.
Okay, I have two theories. One, Bob Dice needed it. At that point, he's like, I need something. And two, Rick Campbell was in his ear just challenging him to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, because Campbell knows he's getting the job next year.
Those two were very uncomfortably close that entire first half. Like every time they showed Bob Dice, Rick Campbell was right behind him. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
That's a play-by-play of his pending careers.
Yeah.
Rick Campbell looking over his shoulder. I don't think Bob Dice is going to be long for Ottawa after the season ends. Let's just say that.
I've said it every bye week. The Ottawa's had. I have no idea how he's survived.
But the special teams coverage, thoughts on that? Because I didn't think it was good at all on the return game. I mean, yeah, Pimpleton's a good returner, but they just, I don't know. It didn't. Something felt missing. I don't know if it was on Yeka on teams, but they were definitely missing something.
They had that one that was really good. Like literally, he caught it 5-yard halo, and they took him down immediately. I think it was in their 10 on their 10.
Yeah, that was Roland Milligan making a play.
Yeah, that was a great play. But other than that, yeah, maybe it's the Onyeka factor. I don't know, or it's Pimpleton's just a really good kick returner.
I think a big part of it was Mirko was kicking everything dead center of the field for the most part, and making it so much harder on the defense to, plan their path. That was an awful performance, and I don't usually talk punting, but that was about as bad a performance as you can have as a punter.
I
He
just
is
saw
the
Smug
Campbell
over.
fairest of punters.
He is. I just saw Smug come over Eric's face. Over Alex's face. You read the same comment I just did?
The Tom
'Cause
Valesi one?
Yeah, I think Adam's trying to draw us out into a rant.
I mean, sure. Bring it up. There we go.
All right.
Breaking news: Tom Valesi's crew is hot garbage. Shocking.
What was it 2 or 3 times that there was penalties on the field, but no, there was no flag on the play?
Yeah.
I said this in another group chat. I think Tom Valesi's crew both had the under and Ottawa by the points. Because, my Lord, some of these calls made no sense to me. And even the ones that went in our favor, some of them made no sense.
Oh,
That horse collar tackle was not a horse
Those-
collar. I'm sorry. I will.
Oh, that was awful. That was not even
That was
close
a
to being
bad
horse
call.
collar. But then there was the unnecessary roughness on Peyton Collins for finishing his block. That was a makeup call for the horse collar.
Oh, 100% it was.
But then what was the penalty on Marcus Sales for unnecessary roughness and 15 yards? We never saw what that was.
Clipped the kicker after he blocked the kick.
But
then that would have been 15 yards on the kick, and they would have had first down.
Yeah, if you actually block the ball and his leg is down, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know what that one actually was about, but yeah, Tom Valesi absolutely sucks. Don't get us into ref rants. We did that on the show this past week. We don't need to do that again.
Just replay all of last post game, and you'll get my thoughts on.
Especially the shot I took at the Bomber fans. Especially that you want to go back to that
part. Bottom line, this team won. They needed to go in there and win. There was some good stuff, a lot of it from the defense. The offense, now that you're getting, your 2 top Canadian receivers back, it's going to take a little bit of time for that offense to find the rhythm. Now that's right. Is that the benefit of the doubt we'll give them, is that it's going to take them time. Trevor Harris hasn't thrown it to KSB in 17 weeks. So,
and
give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but Harris, it's not a timing issue. It's still I agree with you guys from last game. It's Harris is, I don't know if he's fighting injury or age or what. It's something is just off with him right now.
Yeah, something's not there.
It's almost like he's 39 years old and maybe, getting tired as the season grows on. But that's the hope where you want to clinch your home field and your West final in advance. You can maybe rest him for a few quarters here or there. But
I know you guys are past that 39-year-old threshold. I am 39. I can confirm you get tired very easily. So maybe there's a second win at 40. I don't know, but at 39,
there's not. There's not.
Damn it!
I am 40 now.
You get your I am mad I'm 40 rant, and after that you're done. That is your boost, and that's all you get.
August 21st next year, man. I can't wait. That's gonna be the greatest day of my life when I can do that rant.
Every man's dream.
But something's up with Harris. Just again, didn't look right at times. Was a lot better in this one than he was last week.
He was. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But still, something's just not there.
Doesn't feel like he's got the zip like he had before.
Yeah.
And let's be fair, his zip isn't what it used to be either. So
the reads seem to be a little bit slower. If that makes any sense. He doesn't seem as confident in where he's throwing it than we saw at the beginning of the year. It's almost like he's waiting for the guy to get open instead of throwing him open. You know what I mean?
And can we also be honest? This was, and I hate saying this was not our offensive line's best game either.
No, I have that in here on my notes. The O-line was not good. The pass blocking,
they weren't Edmonton bad, but they weren't what we expect.
Pass blocking, they were okay. Harris took a couple sacks, but I think those you can call those ones coverage sacks. He had time to throw and whatever, and just ducked down and took the sack. But the run blocking was not there at all either. The average that they ended up having, I don't have it in front of me. I'll bring it up here, but it just didn't seem like they were getting much going from that O-line.
You know what? After the season they've had up to date, I'm willing to give them a week off, especially with a win. I'm wondering how much of it was trying to gel with Philippe Gagnon in his first game back, or first game as a rider. But I mean, it wasn't just him. And Simkin just commented it was Ferland got absolutely bullied on a sack.
Oh yeah, no, believe me, I saw that one. I was like, ooh.
And that's a rarity,
Yeah,
for a guy who's probably in the running for most outstanding lineman again.
Yeah.
Should be the runner-up, but or the returning champ. But we won't get into that rant.
Yeah, please don't get me started on that one. The worst part is about Ouellette doing all those shorts. He was 18 carries for 53 yards for an average of 2.9.
Yeah. But still,
that doesn't even look good if 5 of those are singular, second and third and shorts. That's still not a good average for him.
No. So they just weren't getting it done. And it's not like Ottawa has this amazing D line that's getting tons of pressure. So that was a little bit disappointing. But Gagnon getting his first start, and we'll go with that. It'll be better next week.
Joe only had 1 target, 1 catch for 3 yards.
And he did have the 2-point convert. But
that's all it was.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he was the 8th receiver in this one when you include Bertrand Houdon and AJ Ouellette. So still.
Why do we care about our 8th best receiver?
Yeah. Okay, Roar report. But bottom line, Riders win. Moving to 11-4, 1 step closer to that home playoff game, 1 step closer to first place, clinching that. So if Calgary beats BC tomorrow night, which don't think
this is my question. What do we want? Do we want a Calgary win or a BC win?
ABC.
Either one's good for us, though.
Against BC or always anyone but Calgary? What's ABC's
I mean, it doesn't matter as long as the Riders keep winning.
Yeah.
The thing is who do you want to not potentially play in the playoffs on the road to the Grey Cup? That's what it comes down to. Do you not want to play BC, whose offense is really kicking it in a high gear right now? Do you not want to play Calgary, who's absolutely embarrassed us twice on the lines? And I know
Calgary's on the downswing. When you got VA going, I'm bad.
Oh, we're gonna save that for the next.
I know. This is a tease.
Confidence.
This is a tease.
Yeah, he's second half Vernon Adams is what he is, but they've shown on the O line and the D line that we can't hold a candle to him at all.
Nope.
Or do you not want to play Winnipeg, who are the 5-time defending West champions right now? They're still the Ric Flair right now. To be the man, you have to beat them. And that's what it is in the West.
No, who I'm not scared of in the West? Edmonton.
The team that just beat us?
Yes. Because they ain't making the playoffs.
No.
Hey, they're not mathematically eliminated yet.
I want Calgary to lose. I just want that first place locked up.
Well, that's where I'm at. I as much as BC is probably the best team right now.
Yep.
Right now. But I want that home playoff game locked, even though we should get it. I want it locked up, no questions asked. Let's go. At the same time, I wouldn't mind Calgary losing.
I'm of the opinion I'd rather see Calgary lose, because if Calgary loses, we are 1 win away from clinching not just a home playoff game, but effectively the division as a whole. I'd rather have that than Calgary being 2 games behind us again with the season series. We have the season series against BC. We have the season series against Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather see them in our rearview mirror than Calgary right now, who we are 0-2 against. Now, when it comes to who I'd rather see in the playoffs, that's Calgary.
I would rather see Calgary in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
But then again, us first, Calgary second, Winnipeg in third.
No. I want Winnipeg in fourth. I want that chaos. I want the Riders Bombers Grey Cup and us to do it.
And the Bombers in the
locker
visiting dressing room.
Damn straight. That's exactly what I want because of the chaos that would bring.
You know damn well they're not getting the visitors' locker room if they make it.
Oh, hell no. The CFL, old Stu there will let them in the keep their dressing room.
And Simkin has a good question. Why did this win not clinch us a home playoff game? 3-way ties. That's all it is at this point.
And Calgary's still within.
Calgary can still.
They can pass us. Yeah.
Well, no, they can tie us, and then
Calgary can still pass us. They've got 4 games left.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that we had less games than they did, but yeah, that's right.
No, they've got 4 left, so they could pass us, and then there's a 3-way tie. I think the only way we don't get a home playoff game, though, is if all 3 of the other teams are tied with us. Because if we're tied with Winnipeg and BC, we have the season series on both. So I don't know how we wouldn't get it then. But
comes down to division wins, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it would. We're 5-3, and they're both 3-5 and 3-4. So again,
there you go.
Although we would lose a couple down the stretch to get to that level too. So let's just keep winning. So much more fun when we win.
Tie.
Hey, a tie would clinch us everything. Just saying.
Yeah, no one believes it. Okay, no one believes anything that Jamie Nye says. Just ask Alex.
He is incorrect.
I have comments about Jamie Nye. I won't make those comments about Jamie Nye. Kidding.
They have effectively locked up a home
we all love Jamie.
I used to work with him very closely on the Green Zone. Yeah, I was his producer for 3 years, and then the 3-year cycle of
3 years of your life
happened. Well, I mean, working with him was great. I'll leave it at that.
Can we talk about his love for Mark Messier?
We can.
The greatest captain the Vancouver Canucks ever had.
He watches
the
day after.
Again.
We'll leave it there. Riders win 20-13 over Ottawa. Bottom line, 11-4, snapping that 2-game losing skid. So no, the sky is not falling. Don't have to hit that panic button. They got the home game against Toronto coming up. Win that one. You can kind of get set on cruise control.
Yeah, the Riders would have to go back to a coin. Simkin, you were correct. Riders would have to go to a coin.
Anyway, we'll leave it there. And we'll be back, Tuesday when we do next week's episode. So we'll go over this game a little bit and look ahead to next week against Toronto. And yeah, we'll be talking kickers. We'll be talking a whole bunch of stuff. Riders win. Good night, everybody. This is the Piffles Podcast.
Thank you for being such a big supporter and fan of the CFL and myself personally.